this evening is representing the hubs as opposed to the spokes. I'm representing the hubs, and I would like to introduce my slate. But before I do that, I think I'd like just to take a minute and talk about our platform and what the hubs stand for. The hubs believe that every Rotarian should have a choice, that we should not be forced or coerced into making decisions or forced into what we have to do or what we don't have to do. The main thing that you get right down to is cottage cheese. Every time you're a member of the Shelbyville Rotary Club, whether you want to or not, you have to have that damn cottage cheese for dinner. And I don't think we need to do that. I think every Rotary member should have a choice of whether they want to or whether they don't want to. Now, I realize this is going to take some action by the board and officers of this club, but I think it's inherent, especially since we're in the state of Indiana, and we're one of only the 13 states in the United States that has this rule that you have to have that damn stuff there, that we ought to be able to do something about it. So that's what we're here for. We expect opposition to be spoken on this because they still labor under the assumption that the average Rotarian is not capable of making their own choices. But we think this is important, and that's what we stand for.
That's a good one to put on YouTube.
I think this is ridiculous. I'm forced to say something, I'm sorry. What he's proposing is basically a pro-choice idea. I'm sorry. I say reject these sinister seeds of societal re-engineering. That is what his platform, that is what these people are about. Reject the hubs. I think the spokes have a much better position on this election year. I urge you to consider the spokes candidates. They believe in no choice and promise to fight for no choice. The hub's pro-choice position is un-Rotarian, it's un-American, and it's ungodly. It's an appeal to your most primal instincts. It's a pandering for the female vote. Yes, the female vote. I have a dream. Yes, I have a dream that all Rotarians, male and female alike, will blindly accept whatever is put before them. And as our own heritage demands, they will like it. Cottage cheese, whatever is in front of them, they'll eat it, they'll like it. The hub's position is outrageous. I say to you, if you vote in the hub slate, we will have much more to fear than fear itself. Indeed, we must fear awakening in a cold sweat each Thursday faced with the difficult choice placed before us at that evening's meeting. Do we eat it? Do we accept it? Or not? No, we don't need choices like that. Don't vote for hubs, vote spokes.
Next time, Jim.
Make us all proud to stand before our flag each Thursday evening to affirm in a strong, clear voice in unison, Ich bin ein Rotarianer!
Hey, Steve, I've heard enough of this crap.
I've heard it. I'm out of
I'll tell you
here.
that, I'm not going to stick around and listen to it at all.
Well,
Let's just get out of here. I mean, you don't have to sit here and put up with that.
I'm with you, Jess. I'm sorry.
You just became a member again a while back, so we don't have to do that.
They've staged a walkout.
You've cleaned the room.
Who's gonna go to Illinois and get that?
It's only a filibuster. They're headed towards the Rotary Club of Illinois.
You're not getting paid.
We're gonna find them.
They're going to find $1,000 a meeting. Mr. Speaker,
This is why,
I
yeah.
have a question.
Yeah.
Has the Waldron caucuses ended? We have a clear winner.
This is not how the legislative process should happen at all. They are obviously shirking their responsibilities.
Is there a fine?
But we will get our business done tonight one way or the other. We are gonna go ahead, the hubs are gonna bring their slate to the floor, and if the spokes don't want anything to do with it, that's fine, we're gonna vote them in anyway. The Lake County rules are in effect. For president, we have Mr. Ryan Hale. President-elect, we have Rick Robinson. He's going to. For vice president, we have Mr. Bill Pohl. Now, folks, part of the thing about Rotary is teamwork. Obviously, the folks have no interest in teamwork or building a consensus, but these men do. I want to give you an example of teamwork with these guys. Last week, the three of them went to French Lick, Indiana to scout out some really good rooms and a spot on the slot tables for our district convention. On their way back, they were coming across 44 and there over Sugar Creek, a car went flying off the bridge and into the river. Now, they could have driven by, but they believe in teamwork and they stopped. Ryan ran down, dove into the river, it was really cold. Drugged this poor woman out of the car and with the last bit of strength, drug her up, got her shoulders and head up out of the water and on the beach. Rick, undeterred, ran right down to help and said, I've read about this in Iowa, stand back. He starts giving this gal mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. He's working on her, she's not breathing, but he's still working on her, and all of a sudden all this water starts gurgling up. And she's still not breathing, but he's going to work, and all of a sudden all this sand starts coming up. Then all this seaweed, and all this fish starts coming up. Bill, part of the team, walks up and says, Rick, I don't really know that much about it, but I think if you pull her ass out of the water, you break the suction. And it's probably these are the kind of guys we need along. For secretary, we're going to have Reverend Richard Farrow and John the Man Werby. Now, there's two guys that have learned to help each other out for years. Several years ago, as you all know, Dick had a distinguished military career as a helicopter pilot. Several years ago, he was out past Terre Haute while John was at Indiana State. 10,000 feet, engine conks out. Dick bails out of the helicopter, pulls the ripcord, won't open. Can't figure it out. Too many cords. He's pulling, and as he's falling, at about 7,500 feet, he looks, and there's John Werby coming up. And then he keeps pulling on the ripcord, and he's going down, and Werby's coming up, and about 5,000 feet they meet, and Dick says, can you help me work this parachute? And John says, yes, if you'll show me how to light a gas stove. Now, there's two guys that really know how to work well together. Now, for director, we have four new people. We have John Huber, we have Karen Kuhn, we have Terry Markman, and we have Greg Gerline. Now, there's four people that work well together. They, like for instance, over the holidays, they all went Christmas shopping together to help each other out. It's very nice. They started off, and John thought maybe he'd get some lingerie for his wife for Christmas. Karen said, play tax. He said, no, not now. I got to get this stuff for my wife for Christmas. Greg, he didn't know what to get his wife. He said, I haven't been in touch lately. I haven't been getting along. Don't know what to get her. Karen, good person, said, well, why don't you just get her like her favorite flower? So Greg said, great. We'll wrap up some gold medal all-purpose. It'll be great. John decided to get his wife a book. Yeah, I remember. And what you want to get? Markland said, well, whatever you do, make sure it's something she hasn't read. Because that would be the worst thing if you got her book already read. So John says, no problem, I'll get her a cookbook. I know she'd never look at it. Now, these are the kind of guys that I think would make a great slate of officers. And since the spokes have decided to desert it and leave us alone, I think it is our duty at this time to vote these people in. And Miss President, I call for a vote from the floor to elect this slate. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
No
Opposed,
write-ins? No
Slam your
write-ins?
gavel. We thank
At least I wasn't modeling the necklace there. I thought he was going to go there.
Okay, fine.
You just asked me if I wanted to plant a tree with them.
Okay, all right. Are those guys going to come back?
I don't know, I think they got double bow.
Okay. I don't know where.
She does look like her.
I think he's got a hot one in the oven.
A cold one, Jim, a cold one.
Not once they get the oven left.
I delivered it. He said he couldn't make it because he had
Well, that was great.